as the Titans meet the Wolverines in the initial district matchup of the year. Both teams come in 3-2, playing challenging all out-of-conference schedules and matching up here today in a vital matchup in the middle of the season. As you see, the teams are out for the coin toss. It's a beautiful day, 80 degrees. This summer doesn't want to let go. Gorgeous day for football today in Parker McGray Memorial Stadium. This is Felix Trammell riding solo today. James Gibson's out of town, so it'll be me by myself today bringing you the play-by-play action from Parker McGray Memorial Stadium. Last year, these two teams actually met twice. In the regular season, it was a thriller. The Titans beat the Wolverines for their homecoming on a late two-point conversion try and stole their homecoming from the Wolverines. They actually met up in the first round of the playoffs, and the Wolverines got their revenge by a 26-0 score. So look for some bad blood as these old rivals meet again here at TC Williams. Look like the Titans have won the toss and have elected to receive the opening kickoff. The Titans have won the opening toss, and have elected to receive here to start the game. The Titans are coming off their bye week. They suffered a tough loss to Patriot 2 weeks ago. Patriot had a very explosive running back that was able to get a ton of yards against the Titans' defense. The Titans were actually able to move the ball through the air tremendously, but they were playing from behind and was unable to keep up and sustain. The Wolverines, however, came off a tough game last week where they matched up against Centerville, and they lost. They lost the game to Centerville. Tough game. Wolverines have played a daunting schedule. They've already played Madison on the road. Later on in the season, they match up against Westfield. So the Wolverines are definitely looking for district wins. Titans, on the other hand, as you know, same record, 3-2. Dropped the game to Patriot. Dropped a tough one to Tuscarora that they could have won. But they're also in the same boat as 3-2. So this game is going to be pivotal. What we're going to have to look out for Titans is balance on offense. Last game, they were able to pass the ball, but they weren't able to run the ball. Games previous, they were able to run the ball, but not pass the ball. If they put it all together, the Titans have the capacity to be extremely explosive.
Back in the 10-yard line, do we see the kickoff?
What's his name playing?
Eden not playing? There's a mental lapse from the Titans as the kick was not taken by any of the upbacks and recovered by the Wolverines, so it's West Potomac's ball. First rule of being on the kickoff return is someone has to get the ball. If an upback's not sure who's coming to get it, just fall on it. So now the Wolverines start in great position. The feature on the Wolverines offense is number 8, Damon Cleveland, who's actually the nephew of former star running back of the Titans, Dominique Winbush. He's this season already has 700 yards and around 7 to 8 touchdowns. He is the feature of this offense. Last year he split series in the backfield. Now he's the starter and the feature. So the Titans are going to have to stop the run and make the Wolverines attack them through the air. Well, we already had our first mental lapse, as we could see from the Titans. The first rule of a kickoff, got to get the ball. It's a live ball. Tanner Jones is the quarterback, fakes the handoff to Cleveland, goes to the backside slant, is incomplete. They were looking for Donovan Eason. That ball was in the ground. Tanner Jones came in last year in the playoffs and actually played well against the Titans. He's a shorter quarterback, so if the Titans are able to press the pocket, it's hard for him to see around it. Wolverines stay in the spread. They hand off to Cleveland on the zone, and they stop for a loss. That was Jack Shivers there with the tackle for a loss. Teams have learned this year that you cannot run side to side on the Titans. This team speed sideline to sideline is impeccable. Patriot was able to run downhill with a very big offensive line. West Potomac does not possess the same offensive line. Just referee stopping for a wardrobe fix there, which is nice because they used to make you have to sub out. So now there's third down. Cleveland goes in motion. Tanner Jones going deep. Great defense there from Milestone Dowdy there. The receiver actually held him to keep him in his face, but he was able to rip the ball out because remember, face guarding is legal in high school. So it's fourth down here, about the 26-yard line. So this is no man's territory. A punt gets you nothing. They probably don't have the strongest kicker, so they're going to go for it. If they can get out of this would be early trouble here. Jones back to pass, wide open, and he drops the ball. That was Zachary Monson, completely wide open in the end zone. The safety bit up on the pump fake, and he was by himself, and he dropped the ball. The Titans get lucky there. The safeties have had a problem with that this season. Their eyes in the backfield instead of staying deep, and it almost cost them there, but Zachary Monson bailed him out. Now the Titans take over. Feature back Anthony Eaton is not dressed today, so starting at running back is Lamont Williams, number 28. Charlton hands it to him up the middle. Big hole there. It looks like a gain of 10 and close to a Titans first down, which it is. Great job there from the Titan offensive line. The Wolverines are not big up front, and that leans well for the Titans running game to run downhill. Now Charlton goes to the shotgun with split backs to either side. Here comes another penalty, false start. The Titans' biggest enemy all season has been themselves, and a lot of it is penalties. On a shotgun snap, they're going with the silent count. Charlton claps his hands as the signal, but sometimes there's a dummy clap, and the lineman has to know that. And somebody there missed that signal, so the Titans are back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now. Titans in the same formation. Charlton gets the bad snap. At center, Luke Wilson, who's the backup center. The center, Braden Prawl, injured himself against Patriots, out for a few weeks. So the Titans have pulled up another person at center. Got to watch those snaps there. 2nd and 16, the Titans go back on the I formation. Give it to Lamont Williams there. He's able to get a good 7-8 yards running out the I formation. Off the left side. It looks like Luke Wilson is a little bit more comfortable with a normal center quarterback exchange than the shotgun snap. It made this a much more manageable down. Also, someone I don't see out there is Kai Cole. Kai Cole is normally your game changer in the slot. I don't see him out there. Saki's wide left with Harris in the slot. Charlton under center in the single back formation. Toss play to Lamont Williams. Good cut up inside. What should have been a 3-yard loss turns into a 4-yard gain. but the Titans are still going to be about 2-3 yards short of a first down here. So we got 4th and 3 for the Titan offense, who's going to have to punt the ball. It's a fairly windy day, even though it's a very nice day. The wind is actually blowing towards the camera, so it's blowing what would be the Titans left to right. So these kicks should be a little challenging today. It's fake punt, gives it to the up back, and Lamont Williams gets enough for a first down. The Titans go with a little trick play there. That's a good place, good direct snap to the up back. Lamont Williams, who's shown a great running ability today, has 3 positive runs, and the Titans got a first down near midfield. Charlton back under center, feed the beast, give it to Lamont Williams. He's able to get about 4 until he's gang tackled by a host of Wolverines, led by Zachary Monson there. There's a few Wolverines that go both ways. Number 9, number 1, Marquise Grooms. So running downhill at him will affect him in the passing game as well. It's now 2nd and 6 for the Titans, as they've gone primarily under center this drive. The handoff to Ahmed Abdallah, who's still fighting. If there's one thing we've learned about Ahmed Abdallah, he is a tough runner. He fights and kept his line. It's going to be a sideline warning against the Titans, which is only a warning this time, which won't hurt them, but the next one, of course, will. So now it's 3rd and 1 on the Wolverine 43-yard line. Each game we've seen a different tandem in running back, and Abdallah seems to be the one that's spelling Williams today. Titans line up in the offset eye. Nice power play, and that's a first down. He's able to get 2 yards. They only needed 1, and another Titan first down, as the Titans are controlling the line of scrimmage.
First down, Titans in the Wolverine territory at the 40-yard line.
Titans have found some rhythm here running the ball downhill. This is what they like to do. They like to run the ball. They like to power down. So now they're back in the offset eye. Charlton under center. The Williams fumbles the ball. It's recovered by the Wolverines. Great drive, hurt themselves, fumbling the ball. Simple handoff. First day of camp, that's the first thing you work on is quarterbacks handing the ball off to the running backs. If it's a little high, a little low, those things happen. And unfortunately, that Titans had a good drive going there, but give the ball back up to the Wolverines at the 40-yard line. Let's see if the defense can make a stand. Tanner Jones hands it off to Cleveland, who is met in the backfield by Mejia for a loss of 2 there.
Loss on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and long for the Wolverines.
The defense over the last couple of games have been on the field a lot, and they've worn down. If they can get quick drives, quick 3 and outs, get the offense back on the field, that bodes well for the Titans. Tanner Jones in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, rolling to his right. No one's open, turns the corner. He's able to pick up about 4 or 5 yards, but there is a flag on the play, and that's in the defensive backfield. It's usually in the holding pass interference range. This looks like a sideline warning against the Wolverines. Looks like the referees today are getting the sideline warnings out of the way. want to keep these teams back so they can run the sideline. So there's no loss of down or yards there. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Wolverines. Jones is still in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Cleveland. Going long. He just threw it to a spot, and Etheridge, number 5, was a good 5 yards off that throw. Jones was just throwing a play. He didn't really read it. He just threw it. But that safety is still biting up. If you stayed back, that would have hit him in the chest. But the Titans are able to force the 3 and out here. Great job from the Titans defense early in this contest. It's 5:50 remaining in the first quarter, and there's no score for the Titans and Wolverines so far. That's Kai Cole on the return, breaks a tackle down the sideline, cuts back, and is able to get inside the 40 of the Wolverines. I had commented I didn't see Cole on offense, but we definitely saw Cole there on the special teams. Made the first tackler miss and got up the sideline for a great gain there, as the Titans will take over at the 38-yard line of the Wolverines. They've been doing a lot of power and ISO leads. Look for them to play action and catch these DBs napping or looking in the backfield for a deep gain. Toss play to Williams. He gets about 2 yards there. 2nd and 8 will be coming up for the Titans. For those who were unable to go to the Patriot game, Terrence Saki was amazing in that game. He had about 3 long catches of over 40 yards and caused the 2 or 3 pass interferences on just simple go routes. He just couldn't be covered. He had some cramping issues in that game, but he played tremendously. So that's a weapon that needs to be exploited here for the Titan offense. 2nd and 9, they only gave him 1 on that first carry, as the Titans are in the I formation. It's 1-on-1 on the outside. It looks like it was a trick play to throw it, but Chavars Brown, seeing that Saki was covered, tucked the ball in and was able to get 12 yards there in the first down. That was going to be a pass from the running back, but great read there. He tucked it down, got 12 yards, and now the Titans are moving the ball. 23-yard line of the Wolverines, 4:49 remaining in the first quarter with no score. Charlton under center, they give it to the fullback. He bounces it outside, who gets a first down and some more yardage. Romero Hernandez there. If you talk to any fullback in the world, they'll tell you, hand the ball off to them. They can get some yards. And they stuffed that up, and he bounced to the outside there and picked up 15. And that's a first down with the ball on the 11-yard line. I'm sorry, on the 8-yard line. They give it to Williams up the gut. He gets to the 5, to the 4, and is ridden back by a host of Wolverines. As you can see, running downhill is being effective. The Wolverines' line is small. They're small, so that bodes well. Keep running downhill, keep running downhill. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. There's an official timeout. Fixing uniforms. None of the shoulder pads can be exposed, so the kids now wear the tight sleeves, so sometimes they come up. Those have to be rectified before play can be resumed as a safety issue. Now that they've got that fixed, Charlton under center on the offset eye. Play action, bootlegs, pump fakes it, Charlton on the keeper, touchdown, TC Williams. The Wolverines actually defended the pass well, but no one came out to get Charlton. And Charlton has proven this season to be an effective runner. and he pump fake, got a little space, and was able to get in the end zone there, and the Titans strike first. It's another official timeout. They're sending number 9 off for the Wolverines, Zachary Monson. He might have blood or something visible, so he has to come out of the game. So they're sending somebody else in for this extra point. Jose Velasquez, the new pace clicker, each game has gotten progressively better and stronger with his kicks. And that's through. No. They said it hooked left. From our vantage point, it looked like it went through, but it must have hooked left. And the score with 3:50 remaining in the first quarter, it's 6-0 Titans with the impressive drive. They've been running the ball efficiently and actually haven't attempted a pass. Even on the pass plays they've run, and they were able to move down the field. That's a good time-consuming drive there, as the Wolverines have only run 7 plays and have not gotten the first down yet. And the Titans have been able to efficiently run the ball. They've overcome that initial mistake on the opening kickoff well, which is good. Adversity strikes. They have to be able to defeat adversity, but they also don't need to put themselves in adverse situations. So Velasquez is here to line it up. Back to receive for the Wolverines is Donovan Easton, number 2. Strong kickoff. It goes to the up back. That was Wadal Daly on the return. The up back, that was pretty good gain there. Get the Wolverines out to the 33 with the score 6-0 with 3:43 remaining in the first quarter. Good crowd today, as old West Potomac TC Williams rivalry has been renewed, as both programs are strong at the moment. Let's see how the Titan defense here can go get another 3 and out. Tanner Jones is here under shotgun. The handoff to Cleveland. This is his first big game of the day. He goes up the middle. He bounced it to the outside, and there's about 20, maybe 25 yards there. The Wolverines were able to wash out the D tackles, and Cleveland was able to trot up the middle. You've got to plug the middle. That's defense 101. You stop the middle, then make them go outside, and you rally and tackle. Jones to take the snap again. That's going to be a false start here on the Wolverines. Trying to go tempo, as a lot of offenses do after getting a first down, and had somebody move a tad too early. All the Titans have to do is pay attention to how Cleveland lines up in the backfield. If he's next to Tanner Jones, it's going to be a pass. If he's kind of behind him, they're offset to hand the ball off. So Titans need to be mindful that the linebackers can check that as one of their keys to this game. So it's 1st and 15 now for the Wolverines. The ball on the Titans' 47-yard line. There's a host of Titans there for the sack. Ibrahim Bagura was the initial off the edge. Tanner Jones kind of spun out of that, but he ran into the rest of the defensive line, and he is sent back for a massive loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 25 here for the Wolverines on their own 43-yard line. Told you, the Titans, if they can get the Wolverines in passing downs, have a good chance. There's a screen here to Cleveland. Cleveland catches the ball. He breaks one tackle. He stumbles down. Is able to get about 5-6 yards there. That was set up to get more. Mejia wasn't able to get the tackle, but he was able to hold Cleveland up. Now, it was 3rd and long here. The Wolverines have trip left. That's a false start there. That was Adrian Dowden, number 99. Got a head start there. The linemen know when it's a passing down. They're trying to get after the quarterback. Just got to be patient. Now it's about third and 15 now for the Wolverines. Still very advantageous for the Titans defense. The safeties need to stay up, make sure they don't let anybody get behind them here, rally to this tackle, and force a 4th down from the Wolverines. That is great defense over there from Miles Dowdy. He's one-on-one on the outside as they're going ISO receiver there, and he got his eyes around, kept his backside on the receiver, and knocked it down. That's how they teach you in DB school, and the Titans are able to force the 4th down. Tanner Jones is not proficient throwing outside the pocket. Like I said, he's a shorter quarterback. It's harder for him to see over those linemen, so a lot of his passing yards come from quick screens and things of that nature. So the Titans were able to force a punt, and now that's Kai Cole and Kelvin Harris back deep for the Titans. That's DeMond Cleveland, the star running back. He's also the punter. Great punt there. Kai Cole catches it at the 10, and he retreats back and is tackled at the 5. They're going to spot forward progress about the 8, but there is a flag on the play. That is an impressive punt from Cleveland, who's showing that he's an all-around athlete. That was a good 50-yard punt in the air. It looks like a hold, probably against the Titans, which would be half a distance to the goal from this location. Remember, they can't beat themselves. It's a minute 20 remaining in the first quarter. Ball's going to be spotted on the 5-yard line. The score is 6-0 TC. Titans are going to go in the I formation. They've been running downhill effectively. Let's see if they have any variations on this drive. The ball is snapped. Handoff to Lamont Williams straight up the middle. He's able to get 3 to 4 yards there on first down. 4 yards on first down, 4 yards on second down, 4 yards on third down will always equal another first down. So any offensive coordinator will tell you 4 yards is a good gain. And as I said, they gave him 4 yards. They didn't mark it as 4 yards. They gave him 2 and a possible, let's say, 2nd down and 7 here. Officially listed on the scoreboard is 2nd and 8. Charlton under center. Going to pass. It's wide open. That was Kelvin Harris. There's 2 things wrong with that. Charlton has to put more air underneath that, and Kelvin Harris can't slow down. There was a moment there where he slowed down the peak. He just needs to go. If it's a go route, go. And it was open, caught the West Potomac safety peeking up, and it had a chance. That was Marquise Grooms there in the slot. Got beat there by Kelvin Harris, but the pass was just too far. It makes it 3rd and long. Titans need to be smart here, make sure that they don't hurt themselves on this play. Charlton takes the shotgun snap. Charlton's able to get away from danger and get close to a first down. That could have been very bad. It could have been sacked close to the goal line, but he was able to get out and made it 4th and a generous 2. So the Titans probably going to punt here inside their own 20-yard line. But The first quarter runs out with the score TC Williams 6, West Potomac nothing.
At the end of one quarter, it's 6-0 in favor of the Titans.
Titans next week have another tough matchup as they'll be back here at Parker Gray Memorial Stadium facing the Hayfield Hawks. Hayfield Hawks won their first district game last night over Mount Vernon in a shootout, 63-41. Hayfield will come in here with an impressive offense. They like to spread the ball around and throw. So that'll be another good, solid matchup for the Titans. Now it looks like there was a timeout call before the change of the quarter, so the Titans will punt from their own end zone on this side of the stadium. The wind seems to have died down a tad. That's Abdallah back to kick, and that's Damon Cleveland to receive. High punt. That's down by the Titans at the 40-yard line. The punt didn't get much distance. It got some height on it. Didn't get much distance. And that is now the official end of the first quarter with the Titans up 6-0. Titans look fresh after their bye week. High schools are starting to have bye weeks now. The Titans started their season a week early, as the teams are starting to do, and they're putting the bye week in the middle of the season kind of to heal up and kind of reset. And the Titans' offense looks fresh. The defense looks fresh as well. So let's see how the second quarter goes here. West Potomac has great field position inside the Titans' 40. They've done a good job in the first quarter containing Cleveland with the exception of one run. They've had them bottled up pretty well. That still has to be the key here. You stop Cleveland and force the Wolverines to throw the ball. Tanner Jones back to throw. Wide open there is Zachary Monson. He's able to get 15 yards on the first down there. Looked like the ball came out. The refs are saying that he was spotted down. As the Wolverines ran play action there on a waggle play and had Zachary Monson wide open. So now it is first and 10 at the Titans' 25-yard line. Jones with the fake handoff. Pass is high. Monson dropped it. Amir Abdallah almost had the interception as Monson switched the DB and was able to knock the ball down, second down. That's a product of Jones being a little shorter receiver that will tend to let the quarterback throw it high. And Monson is a good 6'4", maybe 6'5", but even he couldn't catch that pass. Second and 10 here for the Wolverines. They hand the ball off to Cleveland. He hesitates a bit, let his blocker set up and able to get 8 yards there. The Titans need to bottle that up. Cleveland was patient waiting on his blockers to set up a seam, and he was able to burst through that seam. And gets a 3rd and 1 for the Wolverines. The quarterback comes off. Looks like it's going to be a direct snap to somebody. Probably Cleveland here on the Wildcat formation. Your key still needs to be Cleveland here. Ulysses Barrios is lined up next to him, but he's there for the block. As Cleveland gets the first down and more, he's able to break through some tackles and gets inside the 5-yard line to about the 3, and it's going to be 1st and goal. When they switch that Wildcat formation, that running back is not lethal. Your key is going to be Cleveland. Cleveland is Mr. Everything for this Wolverines offense. It's 1st and goal here from the 3. They're still in the Wildcat formation. Cleveland's going to take the snap himself. He goes off to the right side and is able to get in for the touchdown. That punt led to good field position for the Wolverines and able to capitalize. And that Wildcat formation threw off the Titan defensive scheme, and Cleveland was able to get in the end zone fairly easily there. The score is now 6-6 with the extra point coming. Offsides, Titans on an extra point. That's another self-inflicted wound. They've got to cut those down. Looks like the Wolverines have, because of the penalty, are going to go for the 2-point conversion instead of going for the extra point.
The Wolverines now going for 2. Another chance for a big stop by the Titan defense.
Tanner Jones did not come out at quarterback, so Cleveland's going to take the direct snap. You need to key off of him and attack him downhill. He's able to weave his way in, and the 2-point conversion is good. The score is now West Potomac 8, TC Williams 6. The Wolverines have found some effective running there in going to the Wildcat. Jones has not been effective as a passer at all. And so they've elected to give Cleveland the direct snap and let him run. And that running back that's next to him is the lead blocker. He's going to tell the play where it's going to go. So the Titans are going to have to talk about it on the sideline and shore it up. Now that we've switched sides, the Wolverines will now be kicking with the wind blowing towards the camera from the West Potomac sideline to the TC Williams sideline. The last drive was hurt by bad field position inside the 5. Let's see if the Titans can get good field position here so they can go back into their offense. That's an impressive kickoff there. 87 for the Wolverines is not listed on their roster, but that was an impressive kick as he put that in the end zone. And the Titans will start on the 20-yard line. That was Williams on the carry there. Gain of 5 yards there, up the middle. Another official timeout there. Charlton back under center. Lamar Williams, the lone back, handed off to him. Great hole here. Runs right through the safety. Wadal Daly wanted no part of that tackle. And the only reason he was tackled is because he was on the bottom of Lamont Williams there. If Lamont could have broke that, there was nobody there left there. Great blocking up front, and that's a Titan first down. Wolverines trying to get themselves set up. Charlton hands it off to Williams. Up the middle, gain of 2. Maybe a tad too fast there. A lot of teams, when they get that first down, want to go quick, but you got to make sure everyone's set. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. They only gave him 1 yard there on the 41-yard line. Titans' own 41-yard line. Charlton comes back out under center. The offensive coordinator looks at the alignment, changes the play. Williams running right up the middle. If he doesn't trip on his own lineman's leg, he probably is still running. Able to get 7 there, gets it to 3rd and 2. Good run there. Checking the strength of the defense and running off of that. They give it to the up back. That was Raycon Keaton there in the fullback position. He's marked short. The first down is actually right on the 50-yard line, and that's a half a yard short. This is probably your obvious Charlton sneak here. And there it is. Charlton sneaks and gets 3 yards. That's about the safest play you're going to get there with a few inches to gain. And the Titans are putting together a pretty good drive here. They go to I formation. Harris comes across the formation. That was a bad toss. The toss actually hit the fullback's helmet. It looks like the fumble was recovered by West Potomac. The Titans actually came out of the pile with the football. The referees are awarding the football to the Wolverines. That toss play runs right into the helmet of the fullback, Raycon Keaton, who had no clue. That's not his fault. He's just going to find somebody to block. The ball bounces around and is rewarded to the Wolverines. Tough break there. Charlton has to be careful on those tosses. Tosses are supposed to be easy plays, but they can burn you. And that's the second bad exchange that's caused a turnover for this Titan offense. One of the Wolverines is hurt. He was in the bottom of that scrum there. I can't see a number. I thought it was 20, but I don't want to speculate with the wrong information. They turn him over now. That's Dominic Calisti, number 20, listed as a defensive back for the Wolverines, a junior, probably going down in that pile, reaching for that fumble. Hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him. He maybe got a helmet in his stomach or something of that nature, but he's sitting up now, appears to be doing all right. He's able to get up and walk on his own power. Like I said, it's a warm day today. It's 82 degrees, gorgeous October weather. This is typically when you get a little bite in the air, but it's still summer. No one told the calendar that it was still summer. The Wolverines get the ball here at midfield. Look at the alignment of Cleveland. This is going to be a run here. Cleveland is starting to get his form. The handoff there to Cleveland. Cleveland breaks the tackle in the backfield, gets 15 yards. Flag thrown late. It was thrown by the umpire. It's a personal foul against the Wolverines. It's a correction, against the Titans. The referee signal. Looked like it occurred during the play, but it was behind the play. We didn't see it. Cleveland made a man miss in the backfield and had clear sailing. That 15 yards is going to bring the ball inside the Titans' 20. Costly penalty there. Still don't know if that penalty was on or who it was or anything, but it was a personal foul assessed to the Titans. And Tanner Jones in a shotgun, Cleveland to his right, fakes the flag, and he is sacked. That was Ahmed Abdallah there, who shot through on the linebacker blitz, and they tried to fake the handoff and play action, and that takes time, and if their linebacker's there, you don't have that time. And Jones went down. That's 2nd and 15. Wolverines maybe got a tad cue, but you can't hand it off to Cleveland every play. Munson there on the reception on the waggle play is able to get maybe 10 yards. That is Tanner Jones' pass play. It's a waggle play. Fakes the handoff. Munson comes across the formation in the flat. You press up on him, make him throw the ball down the field. Third and 5 here for the Wolverines. Obvious 4-down territory for them. They've gone to the Wildcat formation. Cleveland's going to take the direct snap. Got to key in on him, make him throw the ball out of this formation. Able to stop him there. Looks like he only got maybe a yard, if that. Yeah, only a yard there. They're going to stay in that same formation. Let's see if they try to dummy count here. Titans need to be smart on the defensive line. When the ball is snapped, go find number 8. Titans had a chance. They strung them out, but Cleveland was patient and was able to get around that left end and get a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 2-yard. The ball's marked at the 4. The official timeout here. Titans had their opportunity. They strung him out wide. Got to make that play there. That would have been a big momentum swing. It's 5 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Wolverines are ahead 8-6, but they're threatening right now. This is an official timeout. I don't think either sideline called a timeout, but I'm trying to find out the reason why they called the timeout. Just an FYI, fans, homecoming game time has been moved on the 21st to 10:30 a.m. start time against the Edison Eagles for homecoming. There was a scheduling conflict, so the game is at 10:30 in the morning on the 21st for homecoming. So please come out and support your Titans on their homecoming game against the Edison Eagles. As we get back to the action here, it's going to be 1st and goal. And the the Titans have not solved this Wildcat formation. In the direct snaps to Cleveland, he has been tearing the Titans defense up the last 2 drives. The direct snap to Cleveland, waits on his pulling guard. He's marked short of the goal line. The thing about Cleveland is he's extremely patient. He's not pressing up to the hole. He waits on his blockers. He waits on the defender to make a decision, and he goes the opposite way. A very efficient runner, just like his uncle Dominique Winbush was here. They actually give it to the up back. They give it to the fullback, and he is stopped. That's Julisse Barias there. He just tried to take West Potomac, tried to pull a fast one there on the Titans. They tried to do a fast one there on the Titans and give it to the fullback, who had only been in there to block, and it was blocked up. Cleveland on a direct snap, and he stopped short. And it's going to be 4th and goal here. So it's going to be 4th and goal. You know what's coming here. The Wolverines obviously going to go for it. This is the downside of the spread offense. The quarterback never goes under center. So Cleveland's going to catch the ball at the 5 and try to get in, and he doesn't make it. He is stuffed by the Titans defense, and the Titans defense stands. That is the downside of the spread option. That's the downside of that offense. You never under center, so he snaps the ball back 5 yards to go forward 6 inches, and that gave the Titans defense enough time to rally up and make a tackle. Now, with 4 minutes remaining in this second quarter, if the Titans can go down this field and get a touchdown here, that gets them all the momentum going into the second half. The offense needs to reward the defense here, as the defense stood tall. Charlton under center. Hands it off to Williams. Williams tries to bounce it outside. The Wolverines reading run here inside the 5. And there was pretty much no gain there. Gave them a little bit of forward progress. They have not attempted Saki, and Saki is a very efficient deep ball threat. Charlton hands it off again to Lamont Williams. He was stopped in the backfield, able to bounce around and able to stretch out to the 8-yard line. For originally, that should have been a 1 or 2 yard loss, and he turned that into a 5 or 6 yard gain. That makes it a lot more manageable third down. About third and 4 here. Clock getting to about 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter, as the Titans are going to go to more of a spread here, as they bring in Treonte Rogers and Kai Cole here. Treonte Rogers on the reception. First down. The DB, DeAndre Doherty, tried to rip the ball out, and Rogers was able to get another 4 yards. 2 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now let's see if the Titans spread the ball out here, going a little hurry up. Quick pass to Kai Cole, drops it. Kai tried to look downfield to see where he was running and didn't do his first job, which is catching the ball. That stops the clock with 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. They're in 4 wide. The Titans stacked their receivers. Baylor made this famous here. Charlton's going to keep – it was a speed option. Charlton kept it instead of pitching. Was able to get 6 yards there. That's a good keeper there from Charlton. Everyone keyed in on Williams, and he snuck it inside for a positive gain. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 3rd and 4 for the Titans here. Charlton in the shotgun. Quick pass to Kai Cole. Caught the first down. if you watch pro football and you look at the Cole Beasleys, the Jamison Crowders of the world, that's the type of receiver Kai Cole can be in the slot. Fast and shifty. Not many linebackers to stay with him. And now the Titans are moving here. The clock has gone under 2 minutes. Let's see what they do here. Charlton takes the snap. On the out route to Harris. Too far outside. They threw the out route, but Saki had a step. It's going to be a time to go for the play action. You pop that short pass and throw it to Saki over the top. That play will be there. It's 1:49 remaining in the second quarter now, as the Titans are at their own 38-yard line. Pass to Saki. He has to retreat to get it and break. Gets past the tackle. Has to be drugged down by Marquise Grooms. Hangs on for dear life to his jersey. That pass was a little off. Saki had to retreat to get it and still made a move and got positive yards and makes it a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 here. The wind is still blowing towards the Titans sideline. So be mindful of that any pass down the field. Charlton sprints out to the right. Tries to throw it to Cole in the flat. Daniel Antwi, number 27 there, was able to get in front of that and knock it down. He does have a height advantage on Kai Cole. Charlton probably on that one could have pump faked and ran for the first down, as there was no one left over there but those two players. The Titans will now have to punt with 1:36 remaining in the second quarter. High snap, was able to get it off. It's a low kick, but it rolls in the Titans' favor. Cleveland stays away from it, and it goes out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. We'll start there at the 20-yard line. There's 1:27 left. The West Potomac offense is not the quickest offense, meaning they don't really throw the ball as much as they did last year. So let's see if they try to go for a 2-minute offense here, or they try to run the ball out, knowing that they get the ball back to start the second half. Tanner Jones is taking the shotgun snap, looks to throw, moves over, got a receiver, almost intercepted by Travaris Brown. That ball was a wobbling duck. Jones rolled to his left to throw back right to Donovan Easton. And Travaris Brown was able to cut over and knock that ball down. Could have been intercepted, but like I said, that pass came out like a wobbly duck, and it was knocked down to the ground. So 2nd and 10 here. Let's see if West Potomac tries it again. Pass to Easton. Behind him, there's a late flag thrown. It's in the holding area. If it's holding, the Titans should decline, make it 3rd down. It is against the Wolverines. They should decline it here and make it 3rd down. Or maybe ineligible downfield, one of the two. But either way, the Titans should decline this, make it 3rd and 10. The Wolverines have helped the Titans out with 2 incomplete passes, which stopped the clock. And the Titans have all their timeouts remaining. So even if the Wolverines decide to run the ball here, you can call timeout and make the Wolverines punt from deep in their own side of the field. The discussion from the officials are over. And now it's 3rd and 10. The wind is picked up here. Jones' pass is complete to Etheridge for the first down. Michael Blackwell there on the coverage. Blackwell gave a little bit too much cushion, and the Wolverines are able to get the first down. That's got to get off the field there and force the Wolverines to punt. Jones takes the snap. Cleveland's wide open in the flat. He doesn't see him, and he is thrown to the ground. That was Calvin Johnson there. Defensive tackle got in there with the hurry and threw Tanner Jones down. If Tanner Jones had looked to his right, DeMond Cleveland was standing by himself and could have had an easy 20 to 30 yards for a Titan defender and got there. But the pocket had collapsed around them, so it's 2nd and 16. The clock is running. The Titans aren't using their timeouts. West Potomac's probably going to concede it at this point. They probably hand the ball off here to Cleveland, who gets the ball, breaks one tackle, can't break Mejia's tackle, and that'll probably do it for the quarter unless the Titans call timeout, which they do not.
And that is the last play of the first half after one half of play.
That will end the first half. West Potomac 8, TC Williams 6. Once again, this is Stramel. Here with Titans football, the score at the half, West Potomac 8, TC Williams 6 into the half. All right, we're back here at Parker Gray Memorial Stadium getting ready to start the second half. The score is West Potomac 8, TC Williams 6. To recap, the Titans scored first on a Charlton keeper from about 4 yards out. The Wolverines scored their touchdown on DeMond Cleveland keeper out of the Wildcat formation, and they got the 2-point conversion as well with Cleveland to get the score to 8-6. The Titans in the first half had 2 turnovers on handoffs. One was on a handoff, one was on a toss sweep, and turned the ball over. As Titans kick off the second half, the ball's on the ground, and he gets lit up. Wadal Daly gets blasted by Abdallah and James Coleman there. He was kicking into the wind, and that ball hung up there, and Daly took his eyes off the ball to see where he was going to go, didn't possess it, and he got blasted. So now West Potomac has the ball about at the 20-yard line. We'll give them the 19 and a half. The first half featured Cleveland. It was the Cleveland show. And the ball goes to Cleveland to start the second half. And Cleveland is met by 4 or 5 Titans. He lost 2 yards there. Wolverines' offense is very limited outside of Cleveland. Tanner Jones is not the most effective throwing the ball. And they don't have really any other runners. Tanner Jones is not a threat running the ball. So that allows the Titans to key in on DeMond Cleveland. You got 2nd and 12 here. Quick slant. The pass is complete to DeAndre Webb. That was a good play there from the Wolverines. Makes it 3rd and 4. That slant has been open for a while, and it's the first time I've seen him call it. So now it's 3rd and manageable for the Wolverines. They have options. Let's see what they do here. They give the ball to Cleveland going around the outside. He's able to get the corner and get the first down. There's a flag on the play thrown by the back judge. Could be a blocking penalty against the Wolverines. Holding against the Wolverines will bring it back. That's one way of sealing the corner. The Wolverines are able to out-leverage the Titans to the outside, but one of those blocks was assisted by a hold. The Titans are going to take them back here. The West Potomac coach has come out on the field. He is unhappy with the call, and I believe the call is from the spot of the foul, and it looks like they're marking it off from the line of scrimmage. When it's going to be timeout, West Potomac. I believe the coach wants to argue. Cleveland went out around the 40-yard line, but that 10 yards should be marked off from there. The coach has walked out past the hash marks now to argue the spot. He wants to yell his case about where the ball is being spotted. That should be a penalty. Anytime the coach comes on the field without a timeout is a penalty. But the refs are being generous. So it looks like they're giving West Potomac a first down because it was a first down achieved at the 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Jones is in the shotgun. High snap, fakes it to Cleveland. He's able to get around it and is actually able to get some positive yards there from a bad snap. That play was going to probably be a toss to Cleveland. He did the right thing, possessed it, and got what he could. It makes it 2nd and 8. The Wolverines go trips to the right. One receiver ISO to the left. Jones to pass, hitch route, and he is blasted. That's Michael Blackwell with the hit. He actually slipped on his break. Went to make a tackle, and he is down on the side. That could have been worse. But he is down on the sideline, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 with forward progress for the Wolverines after this injury timeout. Looks like a cramp. Like I said again, it's over 80 degrees today, so it's still in warm territory. So the players really going to have to hydrate here in the second half. While we had this time out here, the next 2 home games for the Titans, next week they'll be home 1 o'clock versus the Hayfield Hawks. That'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff. And then on October 21st, homecoming game, the time has been moved up to 10:30 in the morning as the Titans will take on the Edison Eagles for homecoming. So be mindful of that time change, Titan fans, and come out and support your Titans in this football season. It's 9 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score is still West Potomac 8, TC Williams 6. That is Michael Blackwell, who's still down. Looks like they're stretching out his leg. Gotta hydrate. It's a warm day, but it's a beautiful day. The Titans faithful have come out. Good crowd. West Potomac Wolverines have a good crowd as well, as these neighborhood schools where the kids have grown up for years playing against each other. Everyone knows everybody on the other team. It's always a good contest. The other member of our district, the Annandale Adams, they had a tough loss last night. They lost to Marshall 41-40, which drops them to 3-3 on the season. The Titans play Annandale on the last game of the regular season. As we said, this district is now smaller, but is very competitive. Mount Vernon only suffered their first loss last night to Hayfield. Hayfield only has one loss. Both the Titans and the Wolverines only have 2 losses. And Annandale at 3-3 is still a very formidable challenge. So the new Gunston district, as it's being called, it's going to be tough. All these games are going to matter. So the Titans are going to have to do well here to take care of business. The two teams are talking and chatting it up, which is a good sign to see. You always want to see sportsmanship. You always want good contests, but you always want to see good sportsmanship. They're taking Blackwell off to the side, off the West Potomac side. They're going to a little easier to bring the cart around than to carry him all the way from the West Potomac sideline back to here. They're moving him in the shade, so hopefully he can get that cramp under control. So we go back to action here. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Wolverines, maybe 3rd and 3. Jones looks to the sideline to see if they change the play, looking at the defensive alignment. They switch the formation. Bad snap again, and Jones falls down on it. They switch the formation to run Cleveland to the opposite side. That's the second bad snap in 3 plays, and that drives the Wolverines back, and they're going to be forced to punt. Now the snapping woes have seemed to carry it over to the Wolverine side, as now the West Potomac will have to punt. Cleveland is the punter, so you must keep your eye on Cleveland, just in case he decides to tuck and run. Kai Cole and Kelvin Harris are back for the Titans, both dangerous returners. Cleveland with the kick, good kick. Kai Cole drops it. Him and Harris decide who's going to pick it up. Harris picked it up, but his knee was on the ground when he picked it up, which means he was down there. Kai let that ball get up on his shoulder pad, on the shoulder, and it bounced off. He's got to catch it in that breadbasket so he can run. Either way, the Titans' defense holds, and it'll be T.C. Williams' first down at the 32-yard line with 8 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Titans go to shotgun, split back. It's a zone read, fake to give to Williams. Charlton keeps the ball. Gains 3 yards there, makes it 2nd and 7. This Burgess checks into the game. Number 24, Javon Burgess. The first time we see him today. He's been the Titans' more power back. He also lines up at fullback as well. The Titans are staying in this split shotgun formation, running backs on each side of Charlton. It's one-on-one on the outside here. It's going to be a false start, and it's going to take the Titans back 5 yards. Another self-inflicted wound. Anytime they go, they're no longer under center. They go to the silent count. The linemen have to hold their positions, hold their spots. That makes it 2nd and 12, the ball on the 30-yard line. Kai Cole and Kelvin Harris check into the game as the Titans go 4 wide here. Swing pass out to Williams, makes the first defender miss. That was Zachary Monson on the tackle, forcing him out of bounds at the 42-yard line. At the 37-yard line, correction. That makes 3rd and 5 here. Treonte Rogers on the reception. If he wasn't pushed out by Waddell Daly, he would still be running. The freshman with the reception, he looks like every receiver you see on Saturday and Sunday. He's tall, he's lean, and can run. And he's only a freshman. Give him time to learn. The Titans go quick here. High snap. Charlton's able to get it, fakes the handoff, makes two defenders miss, and gets a positive play out of what could have been very dangerous. Charlton used every bit of that 6'2" frame to get that high snap. Just a reminder, the Titans' starting center is out for a few weeks. Hurt himself in the Tuscarora game. So that's the backup center, Luke Wilson. Lamont Williams on the carry. He was able to get a couple positive yards there. It was bottled up well, but Lamont did good to bounce outside and get a few yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here. It's obvious 4-down territory. The wind is shifted now. The wind is actually to West Potomac's back now. So that's going to play into throwing the ball down the field. Wide snap. Charlton gets with one hand, goes deep. There's pass interference, and everybody saw that. And the safety just knocks Kelvin Harris down. Just gave him a nice shoulder at the 5-yard line. The back judge clearly saw that. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to give the Titans a first down. Remember, in high school, it's only 15 yards. It's not an automatic first down. The safety panicked. The throw was probably going to be out of Harris's reach, but the safety just pretty much tackled Harris without the ball, and that's going to give the Titans the ball at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Charlton goes on the center now. Hands it off to Williams. Cuts back. Gets about 3 to 4 yards there. Good carry on first down.
Williams on the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Titans.
That gives 2nd and 6 for the Titans. They gave the Williams 4 yards on that initial carry. Charlton under center on the toss to Williams. He cuts it back. Flag comes in and looks in an area of holding. It's probably going to bring the Titans back. A chop block. It was on 50, Gabriel Mensah. The chop block rules down. If someone's engaged up top, no one can hit the guy down low. So that's kind of hard. Linemen kind of peel back to help their fellow man out. And if someone's still technically engaged up top, if someone hits them low, that's going to be a penalty. They're trying to make the game a little safer because those chop block plays, those used to be some nasty plays in the interior. People getting their legs hit out from underneath them. So Titans have hurt themselves. It's probably 2nd and 20. Charlton gets the wild snap, bounces to his right, had a person open in the end zone, dumps it to Saki, and gets positive yards. Harris popped open in the end zone, but I don't think Charlton trusted that throw. Dumps it off to Saki, gets positive yards. Titans probably in 4-down territory. You probably don't want to kick into this win. So you don't have to get 16 yards here, but you want to get a good chunk and make the 4th down play easier. Charlton rolls out. Kai Cole on the reception on the out route. And mark him inside the 10. It looks like they got him at the 9. From here, the chains look like they're on the 8. It's 4th and a long one here. the kicking game for the Titans have gotten better, but this is a tough angle. Most likely they'll go for it, and the Titans call timeout as this is a very important play with 4 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It'll be fourth and a long one from the Titans. From the Wolverines' 9-yard line. Very physical game. This is reminiscent of the old T.C. Williams West Potomac games. Used to be very physical, a lot of running the ball, and that's what we've seen today. One or two plays are going to happen here. Either Charlton's going to keep it on the sneak, or they're going to give it to Lamont Williams. They do have Romero Hernandez inside. They're not lined up in the eye. He's lined up offset. Charlton's under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Williams. Gets the first down and more as he carries the Wolverines 2-3 more yards. Be first and goal from the 5. That shows belief in your team, the belief in your offense. You hand 4th and 2, you hand it off to your halfback and tell him to go get 2 yards, and he does. Now it's first and goal from the 5. Charlton under center, hands it back to Williams. He gets close. Going to mark him just short. They've seen him found something with that single back running to the weak side, running behind the left side of that offensive line. Titans need to take their time and make sure they get what they want here. They've overloaded the left side with tight end and fullback. Let's see if they run there. Charlton on the sneak. They say he's short. Third down, that's fine. You got 2 more downs to get this half a yard. Me and my coaching wisdom, I run the same play. You don't turn around and hand it backwards. You go forwards. And this is the difference in the Titans offense versus the West Potomac offense. West Potomac doesn't go in the center. Titans do. Charlton hands it all. And he's in. Lamont Williams on touchdown, T.C. Williams. Titans are going to stay on the field here and go for 2 as the score is now 12-6. That's the difference in the two offenses. The Titans go under center. You can sneak it, go forward. The West Potomac offense, on the other hand, always in shotgun. So when they were 4th and goal from the 1, they snapped it back 5 yards to go forward 1, and they didn't get it. So now the Titans are in the shotgun here for the 2-point conversion. Charlton takes the snap. Pump fakes. Wide open on the slant to Saki. And the score is now 14-8. T.C. Williams with 2 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That was a great drive. Lamont Williams featured heavily. Charlton had some timely runs in there. Don't forget to pass to Treonte Rogers for about 25 yards. All those added up into a great drive from the Titans as they take the lead 14-8. Now, the offense helped out the defense. Now, can the defense step back up to the plate? That was a good time-consuming drive as well from the Titans. They possessed the ball about 8 minutes left in the quarter. They took 5 minutes off the clock and went down and scored a touchdown. That gave the defense a rest, time to settle down, because they know they have to go chase Devon Cleveland when they get back on this field. The ball keeps falling off the tee. Soon you're going to have the old holder. You got to hold it from. You're going to have to hold it from the other side. The worst job on kickoff is when you have to hold the kick for the kicker. You're not used to it. You're scared he's going to hit your finger. It's the most tedious thing. So they're hoping that this ball stays on the tee. Good kick. Angled over. Waddell Daly with a better return this time. More assertive. He catches the ball. Made a few people miss and got it to the 30-some yard line. That's where the Wolverines will start. Outside of maybe 2 slant passes and a couple passes to Zachary Monson, the offense has been DeMond Cleveland left, DeMond Cleveland right, DeMond Cleveland up the middle. Let's see what the Titans can do here on defense. Tanner Jones with the quick pass. They swing pass out to Donovan Eason. That was close to a horse collar, but it was close to a hold as well. So they didn't call one, they didn't call the other. But they were able to get 6 yards there as they're changing the tendencies just a little bit, throwing on first down, as they had been primarily a run offense on first down. Ahmed Abdallah had to tie his cleats, so that's why we have a stoppage in play. Wolverines are going to line up trips left, but that was a good tackle by Miles Dowdy. He actually grabbed him outside the shoulders, which is not a horse collar. Jones on the snap. That's a screen to Cleveland, and he's wide open. And he is tripped up by Abdallah. But there's going to be a penalty down here. Holding. But it's going to be on who, though? It might be a hold blocking downfield on West Potomac. That's the second time they've run that play, and Cleveland was wide open. I said Cleveland is still the offense, so if he rolls by you, somebody needs to stand next to him as they try to do that middle screen. So they'll take him back 10 yards, but it'll probably still be a Wolverine first down here. Looks like it's going to be official measurement here. They can't tell if it's a first down or not. So it's 10 yards from the end of the run as the hold happened about 20 yards further downfield. So now they're going to measure. If he doesn't get the game, it will not be a first down. As I was just told by my helper, the score is 14-8. Titans in the lead, and it is a first down by about the length of the football. Got to be mindful of that. Anytime a lineman lets you by too easy, that's a sign. They wind the clock. They wind the clock here. There's about a minute left in the third quarter. Jones in the shotgun, takes the snap. He gets lit up. And it's intercepted by Cameron Campbell off the deflection. Tanner Jones threw the ball up. Tavares Brown hits the ball up, and Cameron Campbell is able to dive backwards and catch the ball before it hits the turf. And the defense comes up with his first turnover of the game. And momentum is clearly swung to the Titans side. Now the Titans will take over at about their own 11-yard line. Another 5-6 minute drive and a touchdown here will put the Wolverines in a world of hurt. Titans line up and spread. 3 receivers to Charlton's left, Quick throw to Harris. Harris cuts upfield. A flag is thrown. Probably going to be. It looked like he's pointing. The ref is actually pointing against the Wolverines. It looks like a face mask call. It may have been a face mask on the tackle there, and that's what the referee is signaling. So the Wolverines are now hurting themselves with a turnover and now a penalty. That's going to give the Titans a first down. Titans stay in the spread formation with trips to the Charlton's left. Charlton looks over to see if they're going to stay in the play. Charlton on the keeper gets around the left side. The only thing about that play is that was run to the boundary side of the field. He didn't have much to do when he got around there. The end, Dominic Calisti, number 20, got fooled on the zone read there. Charlton gets about 3 yards there, 2nd and 7. Titans do 2 wide on each side of Charlton. Lamar Williams is to his right in the backfield. He takes the snap. Charlton looks, rolls to his right. Touch pass. If he hits Kai Cole there, Kai Cole goes down the sideline. That was good, not panic there. There was a crazy snap again. Williams almost like he was going to catch it. Charlton kept it. Rolled to his right. Just a little bit more air out in front, and Kai Cole can run underneath that, and he's probably still running. But it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. Important for the Titans to get a good play. Middle screen to Lamont Williams. It's about a yard short. That was the same play that West Potomac hurt us on, so we decided to return the favor. And the clock has ran out, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score is Titans 14, Wolverines 8. It's 4th and 1. It's going to be a big decision here in the quarter change. The ball is on the 34-yard line. If you have faith in your line to get a yard, do you do it? Or do you punt this ball here? So that's what the Titans are talking about here in the 4th quarter. Been an exciting game here. A throwback Wolverine-Titan clash. A lot of running the ball, a lot of physicality. Titans in that 3rd quarter showed up their mistakes and was efficient on offense, but there's a big call looming here on 4th down. Looking at the personnel, looks like they're going to punt this 4th down. They did run a fake punt on the first 4th down of the game earlier. So So it's 4th and a long one, and the Titans are in punt formation to start this 4th quarter. Last time they did the fake, and Lamar Williams was the up back. He caught it and was able to get about 7 yards in the first down. The Wolverines have everybody up at the line watching this. They snap the ball. Great bounce there. As the ball goes inside to 30, it looks like it's going to die at the 26-yard line. The Wolverines are ready for, just in case the Titans decide to run a fake. That was probably the safer call on the punt there, and you'd already showed your hand with the fake punt last time. So it was better to punt that ball and let your defense, who's played well, and put the game in their hands. That shows faith in your defense. We're going to punt this ball. We want you to go out there and stop them. West Potomac came out a little bit more diverse last drive, threw the ball, did some different plays, but don't forget about Cleveland. Don't forget about him. Wherever number 8 is, you need to find him. Wolverines will have it 1st and 10 at their 26-yard line. Jones takes the shotgun. It's a slant route, and it's dropped by DeAndre Webb. DeAndre Webb is probably all of 5'6". So for a slant route for him, the ball's going to have to be a little lower. That ball was high and behind him. He was unable to make that catch. 2nd and 10. The Wolverines are switching to going to shorter passes. Anytime Jones has tried to go for a longer pass, the Titans' defensive line has been in his face. So they're trying to counteract that with quick throws and slants and screens. Jones takes this snap. Here's a middle screen, and the Titans are waiting on him, and he is thrown back by Jack Shivers. Like I said, someone stand next to Cleveland, and they threw it right to him, and Shivers was waiting on it. That's actually a loss of 3 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and 14 is what is officially listed at the 24-yard line. Jones rolls out to his right. The pass for Zachary Monson is high, and the Wolverines are going to have to punt. That's what happens when you trust your defense. They give you a 3 and out, and you get the ball right back to the offense. Great job by the Titan defense there, as the Wolverines actually lost yards on that series. Cleveland's back to punt. Just a reminder, he can run the ball. Titans need to be aware of that. But it'd be a bold move to go for 4th and 14 on a fake punt. That snap hits the ground. There it is. Cleveland tries to go for it, and he's not going to get there. There's a late flag. There's a late flag thrown by the side judge all the way down the field. It's going to be a face mask against the Titans, which will give West Potomac a 1st down. I just said that you have to watch Cleveland on the fake. That is a backbreaker. That is a backbreaker. That's going to give the Wolverines a 1st down at the 49-yard line. Just a horrible time for a penalty. They had them stopped. The Titans were going to get the ball at the 35-yard line, and someone got a face mask. And that had to be good eyes from that side judge, because he was a good 30 yards away to see a face mask. But that's what was called. And Titans going to have to fight through this adversity here. I told you it was the Cleveland show today, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got to keep our eyes on Cleveland. He hands the ball off to Cleveland. He got hit. He spins off the hit, gets about 9, and now you can see the momentum in the West Potomac offense. That gave them life. Cleveland's running with more of a purpose. Cleveland's coming up a little tired. He's hunched over and he subbed out the game. This is the first time I remember him being subbed out. He is their offense. So Titans got to show up here. Got to fight through this adversity. Got to get a stop. Find a way. 2nd and 1 here. It's probably going to be a run here to the backup running back. Waddell Daly, and he's stuffed up the middle. Doesn't get it. Mayha finished him off. I'm trying to see who was the initial hit. That was Adala, who had the initial contact and moved him back a yard. Abdallah and Mayha met him in the backfield and drove him back. This is a tough spot for West Potomac because their best player is off on the sideline. He was shaken up after that last play. So do they trust to throw the ball with Tanner Jones, or are they going to hand it off here? Waddell Daly, who's the backup. They fake the handoff. They run the waggle play, which has been Jones' favorite play, and they're short. So they got a yard on that. Cleveland checks back into the game. Now here comes the problem again with the offense. West Potomac does not go under center. Well, now it looks like they're going to measure. At first, they marked it short and called it short and said it's short, and now they're discussing that if he made it. So now they're going to measure, which seems like a late time to measure, but it's the referee's prerogative. It is short. It's about 5 inches short. So back again. Tanner Jones is checked out of the game. This means a direct snap to Cleveland. Remember, he is standing on the 47-yard line. He has to get to the 40-yard line. So the Titans need to key off of him and get a stop here. There's a flag on the play. Cleveland gets the first down. Now 51 on the line for the Wolverines did jump. There's a sideline warning. It's going to be called against West Potomac, which would take them back because this is their second one. It'll take away the first down, and they're going to be hurt. That's their second one. They already got their warning. So that's going to back them back 10 yards. Because that happened during the play, that's going to make it fourth down still. I'm not understanding. They said sideline warning, and the West Potomac had received a sideline warning in the first quarter. Because both teams received the sideline warning in the first drive. So that should have been a penalty. The handoff is to Cleveland. Cleveland being patient, but the Titans string him out and take him down for a loss. On the first drive, they called a sideline warning for T.C. Williams. And 2 plays later, they called a sideline warning on West Potomac. And the side judge just threw another penalty for sideline warning. That should have been a loss of yards for the Wolverines. We're going to have to find out what that was because that defies the logic that we understand. But anyway, at hand, it is 2nd and 11 with 7 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game. It's a slant pass, complete to Webb. He got about 3-4 yards there. I'll give him 5. It's going to make it probably 3rd and 5 here, 3rd and 6. It's obvious 4-down territory for the Wolverines. Jones here takes the snap. They tried to get cute and run a slant pass again. That was jumped by Miles Dowdy. Miles jumped that route, tipped it up in the air. No one was able to get the carom, and now it's 4th and 5. So now look here for Jones on a rollout. Got to find Cleveland though. Wherever 8 goes, somebody needs to go with him. This is now the next big play of the game. Jones takes the snap. They go for the double move, and it's intercepted at the goal line. That's intercepted by Tavares Brown, who was playing cover one deep safety. They threw it up for Zachary Monson. Tavares Brown goes and high points the ball and intercepts it. The Titans take over at the 20-yard line, which would have been about the same thing if he would have fell down the end zone. The Titans ball with 6 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the game. Handoff. I can't see if that was. That was Lamont Williams there, running off the right side, gain of 7-8 yards. If the Titans can take some time here, get a couple first downs, West Potomac's going to be in a world of hurt. Lamont, Charlton hands it off to Lamont. Lamont's able to get forward maybe a yard. It's a 3rd and 1. They got to get to the 30-yard line. I would sneak this ball here, get the first down, keep the clock moving. Sneak the ball here. Don't even go backwards. Raycon Keaton comes in at fullback. He lines up offset to the left. They hand it off here to Williams. Williams gets the first down. Ulysses Barrios tackled him. That's another first down here, and that clock is rolling as we're at 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. The Wolverines are substituting here. They get late subs in. Charlton hands it off to Williams, cuts back inside. He's moving forward. That's a good drive there by Lamont Williams. Almost gets to the 40. That's going to be a good 6-yard gain. That toss inside zone play has been Lamont Williams' best play. 2 steps to the outside, 1 hard cut, and go right up the field. Titans line up. Standard I formation this time. Charlton on the center, just keeps it on the sneak. Messes up the time, and it's close to a first down. The referees call time to spot it to see if it's a first down. The clock is still stopped. Apparently a sideline warning against the Titans. The sideline warning was enforced against the Titans. Yet, the Titans get the first down, then they enforce the 5-yard sideline warning. But this one, the Titans actually assessed the 5-yard penalty. West Potomac on their sideline warning was not assessed a yardage penalty. But anyway, it's a first down, and the ball is handed to Lamont Williams straight up the middle. He gets 5 yards there. Clock's getting near 4 minutes. West Potomac has not used it. They've already used 1 timeout already. They only have 2 remaining. Charlton under center. They give it to the up back, Raycon Keaton, excuse me. He stopped from maybe no gain, maybe 1. So it's going to make 3rd and 4. This is an important play here. Another first down will force West Potomac to use their timeouts here. It's a 3rd and a long 3. Charlton under center. Gives it to Williams. Breaks the tackle. Gets the first down. That was all effort by Lamont Williams. He could have been tackled in the backfield. Breaks away from it. The ball is now in midfield. The clock is at 3:20 and ticking off. West Potomac soon going to have to start using their timeouts. And there's an official timeout. As we're checking, they're making the center come out. It must be Luke Wilson had to come out of the game. It's some type of equipment issue. Richard Bates goes in at center. He had to fill in last week in the second half when the starting center got hurt. Toss to Lamont Williams, is able to get outside. It's a flag thrown on the play. Most likely going to be holding on Saki. I don't think it was a holding call, but that's what's going to be called here. And that's hard on the receiver because he can't see behind him. It looked like he had his hands inside, but the ref saw what the ref saw. So the ball is now moved back to the Titans' 46-yard line. It's now 1st and 14 on the Titan 46-yard line. The clock stopped because of the penalty. Lamont Williams on the carry for no gain. And now West Potomac takes their first timeout. 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the game. The ball on the 46, there was no gain there. Wolverines have one more timeout remaining. They did use one in the third quarter on their opening drive. Titans need to be smart here. This is your time to run a play action play, a waggle play, something safe. Even a deep shot to Saki. Because they're starting to key in on Lamont Williams, who's had over 100 yards today. He's been very productive. But they know that we're trying to run the clock out, so you're going to have to do something a little different. Titans are going to line up in the I formation. They got to get to the West Potomac 40 for a first down. Charlton with the play action. Gets away from trouble. He's running the ball. He gets a first down. His helmet comes off. But that is a senior play from a quarterback. Didn't panic. Saw the pressure. Was able to get outside and get a first down. He's going to have to come out for a play, as in the high school rules. Matt Rossi's going in the game. I mean, Jack Rossi's, sorry. That was his brother. Lamont Williams was slow to get off the field. The ref blew the whistle as you saw him slow to get off the field. The clock is now back in motion with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. John Rossi checking in the game as Charlton has to come out for a play because his helmet came off. Most likely it's going to be a handoff here. Burgess is now in the backfield as Lamont Williams comes off for a breather. Hands the ball to Burgess. He's tackled, gets you 2 yards, and West Potomac has to take their final timeout. It's going to be 2nd and 9 when we resume. 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the contest. Lamont Williams looks like he's going to check back in here. So now, Titans 2nd and 9 from the West Potomac 37. 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the game. Lamont Williams at the back of the I formation gets the ball, gets inside. Oh, he was clipped up, and he might have taken that to the house and been ball game. It's 3rd down. The clock is running under 2 minutes. The ball is on the 30-yard line. If the Titans can get to the 28-yard line, this is ball game. It'll be a kneel down and a shake hands. So this is now the most important play of the game. Titans in I formation. West Potomac's trying to sub. Lamont Williams with the carry to the 20, to the 15, all the way to the 10, and that's going to be the ball game as TC Williams will take a knee. TC Williams will take a knee now and wrap this game up as Lamont Williams has carried this Titans offense over 150 yards and ran the ball down the Wolverines' throat here. And Charlton takes the snap and takes the knee as the clock is not running. The clock just started running. It's 25 seconds after they spot it. In Virginia, there is no play clock. Other states have actually started putting play clocks in the end zones like you see in college in the pros. Virginia, that's one of the adoption rules that is on the table for next year. So you just have to watch the back judge. He gives a signal when it's 10 seconds and when it's 5 seconds. Charlton just needs to look at him. When he gives that 5-second signal, snap the ball and take a knee. Charlton takes another knee. There's a flag on the play. They called a false start on the Titans on a kneel down play. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. But it stays 2nd down. That actually is actually bad for West Potomac. They should decline it and make it 3rd down, but that's neither here nor there. The player of the game today is most definitely Lamont Williams, who was the feature back today with Eaton out with a hurt knee. Lamont Williams ran for over 150 yards and a touchdown. And when this offense needed yards, Lamont Williams delivered. So he is definitely the Titan player of the game as the officials are trying to get themselves together with spotting the ball and everything. This is a great feeling. It's a great win coming off the bye week for the Titans to come here and beat a team that they lost to 26-0 last year in the playoffs. It's good revenge. Charlton takes another knee. It's borderline if he has to snap it again, but most likely they will not. The Titan faithful start chanting, and that's the ball game. And your Titans are going to win with the final score being TC Williams 14, West Potomac 8. And that is it, Titans fans. So next week we'll be here again as the Titans will take on the Hayfield Hawks. Again, this is Felix Trammell for the Titan Broadcasting Network. The final score, TC Williams 14, West Potomac 8.